Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with a list of 12 fragrances because Toby asked for this. 12 fragrances that you can gift to your Valentine for Valentine's Day, but you and your Valentine could both wear these fragrances. So these are unisex. I think they're all marketed, but maybe 2 of them are marketed towards men. Yeah, I think just 2 of them are marketed towards men. I have a little bit of everything. The only thing I didn't add to this are Middle Eastern fragrances, but that's mostly because 99% of the time Middle Eastern fragrances are pretty unisex. So let's go ahead and start off with an indie one that I've already talked about, and it's in the container right now because I think the container is really nice. From the house of City Rhythm. This is for, the concept of this is to be able to gift your Valentine something and you can wear it too, so then everybody wins. For the first fragrance, I wanted it to be something pink that I think smells really awesome and is really potent. From the house of City Rhythm, it is going to be City Rhythm Miami. And let me just show you the juice color. It is a real pretty juice color. And this kind of just smells like a tropical vacation. It's boozy, it's got coconut, it's got some spice, and it performs like a monster. 50% concentration, you only need a couple of sprays. It smells really good on anyone that wears it. If you want to know more about it, watch my review of it. I'm not going to go into depth on any of these because 12 fragrances would take a month. So let's go next. All right, so this fragrance I've raved about a million times before, and I will always rave about it. From the house of Alexander J. It's going to be Zafir Oud Vanille. You guys know how much I like coconut, so this is the second coconut one in a row. In fact, we'll do 3 in a row. Oh, it's so nice. I don't feel like the oud is off-putting at all. I actually wear this midsummer to the beach because the coconut in here is really nice. There's like a toffee note. It never gets too sweet. I really love how this smells. Again, you can watch my video on this. It's just like one of my absolute favorite summer fragrances. Anyone can wear it. I believe it is marketed unisex as well. And smells really good. I mean, there's a little bit of oud you're gonna detect, but it's not pungent at all. I mean, I wear it midsummer. I've worn it to the beach. I'm not making that up. No one complained about it because it smells so good. Next. So I wanted to keep with the coconut vibe. So let's go from the house of Kirk Elliott. It's gonna be Kirk Elliott Sensational. So this one has coconut, it has honeysuckle. It smells like summer. It's got the citruses in there. It's got lemon. It's got lime. It's got sea salt. It is really, really nice. And I think anyone would enjoy wearing this. You can definitely share it with your significant other. And summer is right around the corner, so it's pretty perfect. Next. So this next one also has coconut. It is marketed towards men, but I'm going to talk about why I think this is for anybody. From the house of Jean Paul Gaultier, it's going to be the Mal Le Beau. I may be saying that wrong because I think there may be a Le Mal Le Beau, but this one is the coconut fragrance. Just to identify it, he has a golden leaf over his business. That'll tell you which. Oh. So this one, by the way, it does have coconut, and in the top you'll kind of get that coconut citrus feel, and it is really nice. But as it dries down, it's a tonka bomb, but a sexy tonka bomb. So this is one of those ones that I go pretty nose blind to pretty quickly. But one of my friends who usually likes richer, more complex fragrances, she gave me a hug. She's a frag head at Tammy Love Fragrances, and she said, "You smell so good." And I'm like, if she likes this fragrance, this is a killer fragrance. This is backup bottle worthy. Also, the juice is gorgeous, so just kind of take a look at that. But it smells amazing, and it is very unisex. Again, it's really just like kind of a coconut citrusy top with that gorgeous tonka dry down that's got a nice sweetness without being too sweet. No one would dislike this fragrance. I mean, not that I can think of, at least, like, unless you want something very complex and this is too basic for you. Everyone loves this fragrance. It's a compliment monster. It smells so good. Next. All right, since that one was designer, let us go with an indie one. I haven't done a review on this, but I will eventually. From the house of a genre original, Ramp. This is another one that's kind of in line for summer. It's kind of got an aquatic feel. It's not really an aquatic, but it's fresh, it's fruity. It's something that you would pull out midsummer, put a couple sprays on. It is pretty potent. I wouldn't put more than a couple, and I think anybody could pull this off. Huge compliment getter for me, at least. And it just kind of has that summer feel to it. Again, really unisex, marketed for everybody. Not really a lot of people that aren't gonna like this. If you wanted to go for something indie that kind of has a really good people-pleasing vibe, but it's a little bit different than things are out there, this would probably be the one I would go for. And again, I mean, I kind of like the presentation on that. And they come in these really cool travel cases that you can just tuck it in. Oh wait, I should have brought it, but you could tuck it in the travel case and it protects it while you're traveling, which for me, I think is really useful. And next. All right, let's go with the designer that I've talked about recently. The video is up on this one from the house of Mercedes-Benz. It's Mercedes-Benz Select Night. This one was recommended to me by a friend, and everyone that's purchased this since I put the video out and since I've recommended it on Instagram has loved it. People have layered it with a lot of different things too. It is very unisex. I believe it is marketed towards men, but it kind of has like a Tom Ford Noir Extreme vibe, but with more freshness to it, and I actually find this to be a lot more wearable. I feel like you could wear this year round. Again, watch my video on it, but it's a really nice fragrance. You will like it, your significant other will like it, you'll like it on each other, you'll like it on yourself. This one is just an absolute hit, and it's really affordable. Although it is a little harder to find the last couple of weeks. I don't know what happened there, but I think it's a Mercedes-Benz thing. Sometimes they put out a ton and then they just kind of hold back because they're like, oh, you like that, huh? Well, we're not gonna put any out for like 6 months. I don't know what that whole thing is about, but if you can find it, pick it up. It smells really good. Next. Okay, let's do an indie one. From a house that I think most people know. I only have a decan of this. I got really lucky. My buddy gave me a decan because I smelled it on him when I was in New York. Shout out to Kari for hooking me up with this. It smelled so good. I'm gonna pop a bottle up right here. It is Zaharaf Signature Rose. It smells amazing. It is a gorgeous rose fragrance, and it's got sweetness, but it also has a little bit of frankincense and myrrh in there to kind of balance it out. I smelled it on a really cold New York day, and I absolutely love this fragrance on him. So he hooked me up with a decant, which I thought was very kind of him, because again, he loves this a lot too. So sparing any juice from a bottle that you really love, that's very generous. So I appreciate that. And this one, honestly, like, no matter who you are, like, I can't imagine you not loving it. It is a gorgeous rose fragrance. It's not jammy or anything like that. I actually find it to be a really people-pleasing rose. You don't need to love complex fragrances to love this. I just think everyone would love it. Next. All right, let's go designer, but from a luxury line. Let us do from the house of Dunhill Egyptian Smoke. I don't know how my bottle is that low. Like, I try to spare it, but maybe it just didn't start off at the top or something like that. I wear it a decent amount, but I don't wear it like enough to have gotten this low. I'm not really sure. But it is such a sexy, spicy fragrance. I would love to buy a backup bottle of it, but this has been out of stock, and every time it gets back into stock, it's in stock for like a day and then it's gone again. But I paid like $100 for this, and boy, is it worth more than that. It is so nice and so different, and the sillage of this is just insane. And I'm not saying like it's a huge beast mode fragrance, but the sillage trail is really gorgeous. I mean, I love this fragrance, and I don't know if this one is marketed unisex Either way, it is a unisex fragrance. It was made kind of for the Middle Eastern line, and it's so nice. If you haven't tried this, definitely give it a shot. Next. Okay, so this next one, let's do indie again. This one is new to my collection, but I really love it. It's from the house of Zafir. It's Sin, Santo, and Sage. Off the first whiff of this, I immediately fell in love. You're gonna get Palo Santo, you're gonna get sage, but there's so much more. There's a bunch of different woods. There's oud. It's not a super prominent note, but it's nice. It's well blended. There's spices like cardamom. It is such a nice fragrance, and I find it to be really sexy, and I think anyone would love this fragrance. If you follow me on Instagram, the minute I got this, I immediately raved about it because it's that good. If you haven't tried it, his travel atomizers are super affordable. I'll link everything in this video down below, obviously. Definitely give them a shot. Next. All right, let's do another designer, but again, I think this one is also for this Middle Eastern line. From the house of Jesus del Pozo, it is Dark Saffron Nights. This says Dark Saffron Nights, but this is more of a leather fragrance. But it's a sexy leather, and it's a dark leather, and I think it is so gorgeous. Like, again, this is one of those date night ones where no matter who you are, when you wear this, people are going to want to smell you. And they're going to want to get in closer. It's kind of got like a little bit of a mysterious vibe, but in the sexiest way possible. Oh my god. Yeah, this is one that, like, anytime I wear it, I immediately get compliments. I typically reserve it for evenings, typically date nights, or maybe something a little bit more formal, but it is so nice and severely underrated. This is such a good fragrance. I think you can pick it up for around $60. I think that's really, really good for what you're getting here. I've done a video on this, so give that a watch. Next. So this next one, I'm gonna do a video on. I don't wanna go too far into depth. Very sexy bottle from the house of Happyland. It's gonna be Happyland El Goodo. And it's just that. So goodo. Oh my god. So this has a grape brandy vibe, and it's this really nice boozy fragrance that's got sweetness to it, and it pops, and it smells good right off the atomizer like this, but on skin, when it kind of starts wafting around in the air, it is gorgeous. This one, when I sprayed it on paper, I was like, I probably don't need a bottle. I told my buddy Jim, who sent me a decant, shout out to him, of course. But then I put it on skin. And in the dry down, there's this resinous feature that kind of comes out, and it's so nice. Severely more addicting than I would have ever thought, and I immediately had to buy a bottle. Also, the bottle is real easy on the eyes. I mean, guys, look at that bottle. I love it. So, I mean, I'm obviously like super hooked on Happyland. I haven't really found anything that I don't like from them, but it is really, really nice, and anybody would enjoy wearing this. Again, it's got that grape brandy feel. Who doesn't like that smell? Next. So this next one, I did the video on it recently, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I told you it's one of my favorite fragrances from the house of M. Micheloff. It's going to be Desire Toxique. I love this fragrance. Again, I'm not going to say too much about it because I've already raved about it on Instagram and on here, and it's a gorgeous fragrance, and it's got fruitiness to it, and it's got a little bit of green to it, not too much. It's got some spices, it's got some sweetness, it's got a little bit of creaminess. For me, this hits everything perfectly, and I can't get enough of this, so it has to be on this list because anyone can wear it. It's marketed for women and men, and I think it would smell sexy on anyone unless you have the worst skin chemistry ever. I cannot imagine this not smelling amazing on someone, and because I love it so much, I thought, hey, let's close out the list with this. There are so many other fragrances I could have put on this list, but I kind of wanted to stop it at 12. If you've tried any of these, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I don't want to make the video run any longer than this. As always, like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!